Hey guys, we will now be learning about the powerful scikit-learn library, which is probably the most useful library for machine learning in Python. The scikit-learn library contains a lot of efficient tools for machine learning and statistical modeling, including classification, regression, clustering, and dimensionality reduction. Here's Smith Shah to let you know more about the same.
All machine learning models in scikit-learn are implemented as Python classes. These classes serve two purposes. They implement the algorithms for learning a model and predicting, while also storing all the information that is learned from the data. Training a model on the data is also called fitting the model on the data. In scikit-learn, we use the fit method to do this. Similarly, the predict method is what we use to predict the label of an unlabeled data point. Now, we are going to fit our very first classifier using scikit-learn. To do so, we first need to import it. For this, we import kneighbors classifier from sklearn.neighbors. We then instantiate our kneighbors classifier, set the number of neighbors equal to 6, and assign it to the variable knn. Then we can fit this classifier to our training set. Our training set is nothing but the labeled data. To do so, we apply the fit method to the classifier and pass it two arguments, the features and the labels or target as a NumPy array. The scikit-learn API requires firstly that you have the data as a NumPy array or as a pandas data frame. It also requires that the features take on continuous values such as the price of a house as opposed to categories like male or female. It also requires that there are no missing values in the data. All data sets that you should work with should satisfy these final two properties. In particular, the scikit-learn API requires that the features are in an array where each column is a feature and each row is a different observation or data point. Looking at the shape of iris data, we see that there are 150 observations of 4 features. Similarly, the target needs to be a single column with the same number of observations as the feature data. We see in this case, there are indeed also 150 labels. Also check out what is returned when we fit the classifier. It returns the classifier itself and modifies it to fit it to the data. Now that we have fit our classifier, let's use it to predict on some unlabeled data. Here we have a set of observations xnew. We use the predict method on the classifier and pass it the data. Once again, the API requires that we pass the data as a NumPy array with features in columns and observations in rows. Checking out the shape of xnew, we see that it has 3 rows and 4 columns, that is 3 observations and 4 features. Then we would expect calling knn.predict of xnew to run a 3x1 array with a prediction of each observation or row in xnew. And indeed it does. It predicts 1, which corresponds to versicolor for the first 2 observations, and 0, which corresponds to setosa for the third row. Now let's move on to our first exercise of the day.